Good day, everyone! How are you today? I hope you're doing good. This is Teacher Brian, and today we are going to read a Panchatantra story that I am sure you will be able to learn a lesson from. But before anything else, let us first acknowledge the presence of our God through a short prayer. Heavenly Father, bless our session for today. Bless the listeners and give them the willingness to learn. Open their hearts for the message you would like to tell us today. Make this session fruitful and successful. Amen. Now, let us look at our learning objectives for today's session. At the end of the discussion, you should be able to match difficult words found in the story with their synonyms. Compare the characteristics of the two main characters in the story using a Venn diagram, and appreciate the story by making a simple slogan based on its theme. I'd like to ask you this question. If you were an animal, which one would you rather be, and why? A lion or a rabbit? Okay, keep your answers with yourselves first. We'll get back to that later after the story. So that question I asked you has something to do with our Panchatantra story today, entitled The Foolish Lion and the Clever Rabbit. Before we read the story, we have another activity here that will help us better understand it. Just find the corresponding synonyms of the emphasized words in each sentence that will be flashed. You look for the synonyms provided in the box. Let's start. Number 1. The foolish lion became victim to the rabbit's trick. The word foolish in the sentence means stupid. Number 2. The clever rabbit thought of a good idea to get rid of the lion forever. What does the word clever in the sentence mean? Intelligent. Number 3. The greedy king of forest never thought of other things but to hunt and eat its fellow animals. The word greedy in the sentence means selfish. Number 4. The animals in the jungle are afraid of the mighty lion. The word mighty in the sentence means fearsome. And number 5. The lion became furious because the rabbit came late. What does the word furious in the sentence mean? Angry. So how's your score? Congratulations if you got a perfect one, and better luck next time otherwise. As we now approach the selection, let us first have a brief background about Panchatantra tales and its author. Panchatantra is originally a Sanskrit collection of attractively told stories believed to have been written about 200 before Christ by a great Hindu scholar Pandit Vishnu Sharma. It is about the 5 ways that help the human being succeed in life. Pancha means 5 and Tantra means ways or strategies or principles. These 5 strategies are discord among friends, gaining friends, of crows and owls, loss of gains, and imprudence. The story form appeals to children while the wisdom in them attracts adults. This collection represents the earliest folktale form in the world of literature. Meanwhile, its author Vishnu Sharman, also known as Vishnu Sharma in Sanskrit, was an Indian scholar and author who is believed to have written the Panchatantra collection of fables. The exact period of the composition of the Panchatantra is uncertain, and estimates vary from 1200 before Christ era to 300 Christ era. Some scholars place him in the 3rd century before Christ era. Vishnu Sharman is one of the most widely translated non-religious authors in history. Are you now excited? While listening, I'd like you to take note of the following: characters, settings, conflict, and moral of the story. So, let's begin! The Foolish Lion and the Clever Rabbit, a Panchatantra story. Once upon a time, in a forest, there lived a greedy lion. All the other animals were scared of him because he hunted every day and killed the animals in large numbers, even when he was not hungry. They knew that soon none of them would be left alive. The animals met and decided that they would offer one animal to the lion every day. They went to the lion and said, "Your Majesty, please hear us out. We have a humble request. The rate at which you killing us, soon none of us will be left in the forest. We ask you to stay in your den always. Every day we will send you one animal as your food. This way you won't have to hunt for your food, and we too can survive." The lion agreed, and from that day onward, one animal chosen to be sent to the lion to become his meal. One day, it was the turn of a young rabbit. This rabbit was very clever. He did not want to be eaten by the lion. He also wanted to get rid of the lion forever. He thought hard and came up with a plan to kill the lion. On the day he was supposed to go to the lion to become lion's meal, he got up very late. He started walking slowly towards the lion's den. He even slept on the way, reaching the lion's den by sunset. In the meantime, the lion had grown angry and impatient. When he saw the tiny rabbit coming towards him, he roared, "I have waited an entire day, and the animals send me this puny little rabbit? You are too small for a meal. I shall teach the animals a lesson. I will kill them all." The rabbit remained calm and said, "Oh, mighty lion, may I say something? The animals had sent a group of 6 rabbits for your meal. But on the way, another lion stopped us. He said that he was the new king of the forest. We told him that we already have a brave lion as our king. He kept the 5 rabbits with me and asked me to inform you that you must leave the forest at once or he will kill you." The lion, upon hearing this, became very furious. He asked the rabbit to take him to the new lion's den so that he could kill the other lion and settle the matter. The rabbit agreed and led the lion to a deep well. "He lives in that fortress, my lord," said the rabbit to the lion. The lion went to the well and looked inside. He saw his own reflection in the water and thought it was the other lion. He roared in anger. He heard the echo of his voice and thought it was the other lion. He jumped inside the well to kill the enemy lion, but his head crashed against the rocks. He fell into the water and was drowned. The little rabbit rushed back to tell the other animals how he had saved the forest. And that ends the story of the foolish lion and the clever rabbit. Now, let's see if you paid attention well to the story. I am going to ask you questions. Number 1. Who are the main characters in the story? If you answered the foolish lion and the clever rabbit, you are right. Number 2. Where is the setting of the story? If you answered in a forest or a jungle, you are correct. Number 3. What is the conflict in the story? If you said the rabbit trying to find its way to get rid of the lion forever, you are right. Number 4. What is the moral of the story? If you answered wisdom is stronger than physical strength and intelligence wins over might, you are correct. I hope you got it all right. Now, let's dig deeper into the moral of the story. The moral of the story is wisdom is stronger than physical strength, and intelligence wins over might. This is evident in the actions of the two characters, just as how the little but clever rabbit defeated the powerful yet foolish lion not through a physical battle, but by the way the rabbit made use of its wisdom or intelligence to win the situation. The moral of the story teaches us to always have a presence of mind in any situation we are in, especially when dealing with problems. It encourages us to be wise and use our intelligence. It also makes us realize that physical strength alone is nothing when we do not make use of our mind. Earlier, I asked you if which would you rather be if you were an animal, a lion or a rabbit. Now, I know that some of you have a change with their choice after listening to the story. Like, at first, you have chosen the lion, but now, you choose the rabbit. And I believe you have valid reasons for that. This time, I would like you to make a simple slogan based on the theme or moral of the story, the foolish lion and the clever rabbit. Be guided by the criteria below. Now, to know if you have understood the story, I have another activity for you. All you have to do is to fill the given Venn diagram with the similarities and differences of the two main characters of the story we read. I am looking forward to reading your answers. I think that's all for today. I hope you have learned something. Once again, this is Teacher Brian, and see you again for the next session. Goodbye everyone!